Let me turn this light on and get it nice and bright here. Good morning, everybody. Anybody, whoever's watching my videos. Move some stuff around here. I have been 3D printing like a madman. Yeah. The little Suzuki. Haven't done any more work to it, but I figured I'd show it again. That's one of the last things I did in videos. The other day I printed a little Fiat 600. Didn't come out that good, and it broke all the way down both sides when I was taking the supports out, and there's a chunk missing here. So I'm making this video. Oh, and my Jeep with wide fenders on it, armored fenders. Got a roof rack. There's some Esfitucci sliders and some more armor pieces, rocker armors that I found. But hopefully you can see this in the background. This is 3D printed. It's got some letters on it. W2D. Wrench to drive. Or drive to wrench. Hot dog stand. Funny stuff. This is a Jeep cowl. This is going to be a weird video, trust me. This is the cowl for a Jeep. And that's going to go there. There's a hood. It's a stretched hood because this is a stretched front end because of this grill and this bumper. I can hold on to stuff. So there's those. This is the center post that goes between the doors of a Jeep. It's upside down right there. You can see it there. So yeah, there's plans going on here. I just printed these links out earlier just because. Here's a couple of chassis rails that you reverse. If I can pick up the right ones. What did I do here? There we go. And I dropped it. They align together like this to make a little short chassis for possibly my Samurai. It is pretty close to exact. So, working on that. And these are awesome OSSUM Jeep rails. Hot rod Jeep rails that I modified the file to fit for that. Still working on my armored Jeep grill just because. And all that stuff goes with this. And that's another plan. When you have a failed print though, just turn it into something like this. It's a wrecked hood. But no, that's, I was digging through stuff on Cults 3D and Thingiverse, and I found a lot of stuff that's going to work for me. I'm going to take this off and set it there and remove the chassis from my Jeep to show. Okay, 3D printed. 3D printed, and that's it that's on here so far. But I found a floor for a Jeep that actually fits in here if you do it right. It's not a perfect fit, but, well, I mean, I've sanded the crap out of it. You can see right there I didn't get it scaled right for the fenders, and yeah, but it could work. That's where I had supports sitting on the bed. But it's a floor for a Jeep. So with that said, though, drive to wrench, or wrench. Here's the second of the solid floors I made. I actually printed this off 4 times now, and was it 4? 1, 2, no, 3 times. And this is a several hour long print, but it prints in halves. It prints in halves, and I did not like it. So what I did was sandwiched the file together, and you can see all the supports. I haven't removed any of the supports on this one, but this one I removed all the supports and narrowed it to where it fits inside the Orlando Jeep body. And yeah, it's joined here all the way down the center, and there is no super glue. That is 3D printed as one piece. Same with this one. What I'm going to show now, though, is Wrench to Drive, or Drive to Wrench is the YouTube channel, Drive to Wrench. He has a roll cage for a 5-door Jeep, and it's for a bigger one, I think Red Cat, big 110 scale or whatever. I scaled his cage down. I added the center piece to the back where it says W2D. It's on the top and the back and the middle now, just because. But this is, it does fit inside the Orlando Jeep now. 5-door Orlando Jeep, which I'm not planning on putting it in this Jeep because I have another plan for this cage. I got the front a little bit too long on this one for it to fit perfectly in here, but tell me that isn't cool. Tell me that isn't cool. So this one I'm planning on building with miniaturized SCX 24 3D printed chassis rails. I have a ton of parts laying around that I've tried to keep grouped up for all this stuff. But yeah, these are SCX style chassis rails, and I printed them to fit almost exact with this chassis. And I've got to do a lot more work to get it all lined up, but I'm running the printer right now. This thing's ran pretty much non-stop since I got it working somewhat decent. I'm printing some crossed pieces right now for this chassis, and this one is basically it's the same thing. I just shortened the back to where it's like a truck cab. So, and I might change that up some. But I wanted to show that if you want a roll cage to go inside your Orlando 5-door Jeep, go to Colts 3D or Thingiverse. I think it's on Thingiverse. I could be wrong on that. I forget because I go back and forth between all of the files, websites and stuff. But anyway, if you want a roll cage that's pretty cool for your Orlando 5-door Jeep, there is one out there that can be scaled down. I scaled it to 45 millimeters wide and I think 37 tall for the most part. And the top is narrower than the bottom. This is 45 millimeters wide from here to here, down at the bottoms and across the back. 45 millimeters, and then the top is like 41, I think, or something. It's different. So yeah, that's let me do some more shuffling here. All this 3D printed stuff. I've got most of the parts printed for the shop that I'm building. I think I still have some roof pieces and some I-beams and stuff that I was going to do. Let me go ahead and set this one off to the side and put it on this narrow one. Doesn't fit right, but you get the gist of it by doing this. I didn't notch this one, so I'll show what I mean by that in a minute. I'll just kind of throw this up here backwards, front end. So that's going to be pretty cool. Yeah. I've got tube doors, a tube tailgate, not tube, but tons of sanding and filing and stuff coming. So move these axles and the roof rack fill. Everything that I've been 3D printing is completely rescaled to work with these. When I said that one's not notched, in the front here, I notched this one so it'll sit on it right there in the front. The supports are kind of in the way, so it's a little weird. But it's going to be a completely 3D printed non-Orlando. It will be a mashup of everything RC for a 5-door Jeep, except without a body. It's going to have body parts, but not a complete body. Here's the two doors that are going to go in the front. I have to modify another set for the rear. I have 6 of them sitting here. Thought about doing these high arch fenders on the front. They're a little thick, but I still kind of like them. Have them like way up there. I do have a set of the armored fenders that are stretched. These actually go on this one though.